Wie kann Becky da noch leben? Wie können wir da noch leben? Was ist denn los?
What the hell was Shotzi doing? I've had no problem with her.
Yeah, I may have something to do with that. Oops.
Oops. I'm gonna be out for months. Is that really all you have to say?
How about oops? I got carried away booking matches, but forgetting to manage people. At least that seems to be the case, based on what I've pieced together.
You're back.
I was having a splendid time communing with the blue-footed booby of the Galapagos. But then, I caught wind of a few questionable developments. We should talk.
I swear, I had it all under control.
I watched Shotzi crash a tank into the War Games cage.
Fair point.
And perhaps, even more egregiously, you announce War Games without me. That's my thing. I announce War Games.
I'm sorry?
Respectfully, you're fired from being Raw GM.
I accept.
It wasn't a question. All that being said, with our newly minted #1 contender injured, we still need a challenger for Bianca. You know, what you've consistently failed to nail down. I hate rewarding you for this mess. But I'm a much better GM than you are, so I'm going to make the right choice for the show. And unfortunately, there's someone who helped lead her team to victory who's rightfully next in line for the opportunity.
Psycho Sally.
You'll be getting the championship match against Bianca Belair on the next Raw.
Aber Psycho Sally hat den Sieg geholt. Was ist denn das? Heute Abend, Cassandra hat eine große Ankündigung mit bedeutenden Auswirkungen auf die WWE Women's World Championship. Okay.
Here we go with this so-called major announcement.
I'm afraid this is a good news, bad news kind of night. And I've always been a bad news first kind of girl. So here goes. With our fearless leader, William Regal returned, looking quite tan, might I add, the time has come for me to step down as your Raw General Manager.
I actually thought she did a great job, guys.
Are you kidding me, Byron?
Well, at least it was exciting.
All right, so there may have been some mixed opinions on my stint as GM, but I'm sure that's only because we all know where I really belong, which is fighting in a WWE ring.
Not sure that's the only reason.
Which is why I'm pleased to announce, given Becky's unfortunate medical status, at the hands of someone who William Regal has assured me will be dealt with, the Real Suits have decided to name a new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. Me!
Huge news for the Women's World title.
And that championship match is happening right now!
After all the confusion around Survivor Series, we're finally getting to see Bianca defend her championship.
So, Bianca Belair, let's...
This woman just will not stop coming after the captain.
If her grievance was big enough to get her to take down the War Games cage in a tank, did you really expect her to let it go?
Hey there, friend.
Give it a rest, Shotzi. Haven't you done enough at this point?
I think what you meant to say is, thank you for making me #1 contender, Shotzi. Sorry you hurt your leg in that unfortunate tank incident.
Wait. How did you get hurt when you were driving the tank? Is this really all because I didn't give you proper credit for your terribly original idea of let's have a War Games match at Survivor Series?
and didn't even put me in the match. But no, this isn't an isolated incident. This, apparently, is just what you do. Playing in other people's sandboxes, stealing other people's ideas, and jumping every line. You may have William Regal fooled, but not me, and not the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure, Shotzi.
Cutting lines might work in TBD, but in WWE, there are consequences.
Bailey?
That's Bailey's music, but where is she?
Is Shotzi just playing mind games here? Bailey from behind.
Shotzi's found an ally who's not okay with being skipped over for a Women's World Championship match.
I don't blame her. It was supposed to be either Bailey or Becky. Cap weaseled in there.
Wait, we're getting a call from the back. This is an official match. Here we go.
Was soll denn das denn?
All over at War Games, but Cap getting named #1 contender apparently
Egal.
upset certain members.
Der Gewinner war halt kurz gegen Bailey.
Yeah, at least the ones who felt
Wo
they were
bleibt
more
unser Match?
deserving of
Egal.
coming out of that War Games match.
Either way, Bianca Belair just got a night off, while two
So.
of the possible future opponents are going to tear each other apart. The Women's World Champion is the real winner here. That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills.
Oh. Nein, Bailey. Warum machst du das?
No,
Fake me out again.
off the rope.
Nein.
Completely off target there.
Warum machst du das,
There's gotta be
Bailey?
some second guessing about trying
Nein,
that move
im
again.
Grunde sind wir selbst schuld, dass wir einfach
Crushing the knee there.
vorbeigeflogen sind.
Right by our announce table.
Aber naja.
Whip back into the
Ja,
ring.
ich gehe wieder rein. Ich hab's verstanden, Bailey.
Cinched up.
And the ref gets hit with an unintentional shot there.
Ja, unintentional. Ganz schlimm. Steht direkt wieder auf. Irgendwie tankt das einfach.
Every maneuver being returned with counter fire.
Kick gets caught. Dragon scream changed. I think the fans actually cheered when Bailey took that hit. Clothesline
Ouch.
back of the neck.
So,
Great awareness as
das
she
war,
to be too quick.
das soll mal sein.
Over there.
It's incredible, the inventiveness we are
Jetzt
seeing.
haben wir hier die Bäuerlinge raus. Zack. Komm,
You can
es wird wieder Zeit fürs Nie.
are here.
Es wird Zeit fürs Nie. Nein.
Really waiting for that. Big forward.
Hat's aber kommen sehen.
She turns it right around with
Es gibt kein Nie für uns. Irgendwie.
another counter.
From behind.
Ah,
Suplex.
Can she keep her down?
ich bitte dich.
She's quick to get
Ich bitte dich, Bailey.
Still got a lot
Mach
of
dich nicht
stamina
lächerlich.
left.
Mach dich nicht lächerlich. Zack. Jumping Complete Shot.
STO. Ouch. Caught her. Execution
Oh.
finds its mark. Telling her opponent that she has even more left in her tank. And then
Und DT.
Why is she still boasting around? She's in a fight, for goodness sake.
Das ist,
DDT.
wenn sie jedes Mal
look out.
einen Frontgriff macht. Ich will die ganze Zeit den German
Tossing their
zeigen.
own body around without a care.
Taking no
Aber
account
nein.
for their own well-being. Just continuing to
So.
dismantle their opponent.
Zack.
Time hits the target.
A roll of the dice and it pays off in full.
Oh,
Kidneys.
Golly.
Bailey is down under pressure.
Bailey's being cut off at every pass.
jetzt haben wir wenigstens die Gelegenheit hier.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Look at
Hier
her
reinzupacken.
probably seeing double vision.
Tja. Hast du wohl gedacht, Bailey?
Nicely done.
Standing
Oh.
shooting star press. Incredible.
And look at her.
Jetzt sind wir da
feeding
raus.
off the WWE Universe's energy.
At this point, this is incredibly ill-advised. You're in the middle of a match.
Komm, Bailey.
What's she waiting for? She's looking more focused on gesturing rather than winning.
Nein, Bailey, du gehst da nochmal raus. Ich hab da nämlich noch eine Rechnung mit dir offen. Putz. So. Und nicht vergessen, was du gemacht hast, Bailey. Nein. Autsch.
It's time for her to take advantage of that misstep and take command.
DDT! Und wir sind schon bei 7. Bei 8. Bei 9. Oh, und wir kommen da noch rein. Oh. Nein! Nein! Nicht der Roseband! Roseband! Das war's und ich habe keine Resiliency. Keine Resiliency. Oh, irgendwie. Irgendwie. Drop down. Leapfrog. Nee. Das nie! Das war's. Das war's.
Position as the #1 contender.
Wo Shotzi? Ich wusste es.
What the heck? She claimed she was injured.
She was just pulling all our legs, Cole.
Shotzi laying the boots in now.
Compared to the tank, this is nothing.
Finally, the referee getting control of the situation.
She's using that crutch on her throat. Shotzi wasn't done.
Sweep with the crutch.
At least Shotzi's made her point now, and we can finally get on to the business of the Women's World Championship next week.
I'm not so sure, Byron.
Neither am I. Based on what Shotzi said earlier, I doubt that this satisfied her desire for revenge. She's on a mission.
Ah, Shotzi, ey. Hier will ich alles rausreißen. Rescheduled. Ich weiß ja, dass wir eigentlich auf unterschiedlichen Seiten stehen, aber ich muss sagen, ich bin kein Fan davon, wie Shotzi dich letzte Woche ausgeschaltet hat. Ja, ich bin auch kein davon, oder von ihrer Krücke. Nummer 1, Champion, nichts zu sagen. Sag einfach bitte und du kriegst nächste Woche deine Chance. Bitte, bitte, ich sage eindeutig bitte. Gut. Geneva.
Does it look smaller?
Huh?
That's what kids always say when they come back home, right? They go off to the great wide world, come home, and everything looks small. Haven't seen you around here much lately.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little smaller? I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd stop in to get a few reps in before my big match with Bianca.
Shotzi's not also in the neighborhood, is she? You know my insurance doesn't cover tanks.
I don't think you have to worry. Tanks don't get great gas mileage, so she probably won't come crashing through the wall. No promises, though.
And just when I was starting to feel nostalgic about you breaking things around here. How are you feeling after that crutch attack?
I'm fine. Can you believe Shotzi's still bitter you didn't book her in TBD? And now she's turning it into a whole thing about how I stole her so-called War Games idea.
In fairness, it's you who didn't want to book her.
What? Really?
I believe your words at the time were, I'm not impressed.
That does sound like me. But I was probably just being flippant.
Being flippant without thinking that your actions could actually have consequences? Yeah, definitely you. Then, on purpose or not, Shotzi effectively brings you up to the big leagues, and instead of any sort of thanks, you steamroll right into a fantastical whirlwind tour of all things WWE.
Let's be fair. I didn't steamroll right away. And Shotzi brought me to Raw so she could make an example of me.
Maybe, but is that also why she pitched you the idea for a War Games match when you were GM? A match you thought was a good enough idea to book, but then shut her out of?
I never said it was my idea. Besides, it wasn't a groundbreaking suggestion, and everything worked out.
Right, because I'm sure the WWE Universe saw the superstar GM announce the War Games match, put herself in it, and then thought, who else can I give credit to for setting up this awesome main event? It worked out for you. And now you get a championship match against Bianca Belair. Shotzi? Not so much.
Jeez, whose side are you on, Geneva?
You know whose side I'm on. That's why I gotta be straight with you, to make sure you get your head right so you can take that title from Bianca.
You know, after ignoring WWE for so long, becoming their champion is the only thing I can dream of.